So I just came across this high-performance C++ library called fastmcp that implements the Model Context Protocol. Have you heard of it?
Wait, fastmcp. That's interesting. So it's a C++ port of a Python library. What's the main advantage of using C++ for this?
Exactly. The C++ version is supposed to offer native performance for MCP servers and clients, which could really speed things up.
That makes sense, but I wonder, are there any trade-offs? Like, does it sacrifice features for speed?
Good point. The current status is in beta and it tracks the Python version closely, but the test suite is smaller for C++. That's a bit concerning.
Right, it raises questions about reliability. If the test coverage is lower, can we trust it to handle edge cases?
Exactly, I'm skeptical about that aspect. But the features it offers, like multiple transport options and JSON schema validation, are pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the transport options are fascinating. It supports STDIO, HTTP, and WebSocket. That really broadens its applicability.
Totally, it's like having a Swiss Army knife for communication protocols. But does that mean it's more complex to set up?
Potentially. I've noticed that it requires a C++17 compiler and some specific libraries. That might be a hurdle for some users.
True, and then there's the whole build process with CMake. It can be tricky for newcomers, right?
Definitely. But the documentation does provide basic build instructions, which is helpful. Still, I think some people might get lost.
Speaking of documentation, I find it really interesting how they encourage contributions and testing. It feels quite open.
Yeah, but there's a risk there too. If contributions aren't managed well, it could lead to inconsistencies in quality.
That's a fair observation. It's like a double-edged sword. More hands can improve the project but also introduce chaos.
Exactly. And there's this emphasis on following code style and testing new features. That's great for maintaining quality.
Right, but how do we ensure those tests are robust enough to cover all possible scenarios? That's where it gets tricky.
So true. The fact that they mention 100% success in tests is promising. But what about those disabled streaming tests?
Good catch, it raises a flag about potential limitations. What if those tests reveal crucial bugs?
Exactly. It's like they're presenting a shiny surface, but we need to dig deeper to understand what's under the hood.
And let's not forget the cross-platform capability. That's a huge plus. It runs on Windows, Linux, and macOS.
Yes, that broadens its audience. But does that mean they have to deal with platform-specific bugs?
Absolutely, each platform has its quirks, and the library needs to account for that. It's a constant balancing act.
True, and this might lead to fragmentation if certain features work better on one OS than another.
Exactly, and it makes me wonder how they prioritize features across platforms. Do you think they focus equally?
Good question. I suspect they might prioritize based on user demand or what they see most in the issues tracker.
That's a smart approach. It's like listening to your users, but there's always a risk of neglecting smaller platforms.
Right? It's a tough balancing act. They need to ensure that all platforms receive adequate support.
And what do you think about the middleware support? It's supposed to handle request response processing.
I think that's a solid feature. It can streamline development for users, but how customizable is it?
That's a great question. If it's too rigid, it might limit developers' creativity in how they want to handle requests.
Exactly. Flexibility is key. Developers want to tailor solutions to their specific needs.
Right? And if we circle back to the whole performance angle, it's like, are they really maximizing the potential of C++?
I mean, the goal is native performance, but we should remember that performance can vary greatly based on implementation.
True, it's fascinating how speed can be influenced by the way code is structured and optimized.
Definitely. And sometimes it's the smallest changes that can lead to the biggest performance boosts.
So with all these layers of complexity, I wonder how user-friendly is the overall experience.
That's the million-dollar question. It might be powerful, but if it's hard to use, users will turn away.
Exactly, we want to see a balance between power and usability, otherwise it defeats the purpose.
Absolutely. In the end, it's about creating a tool that developers can actually enjoy using.
Agreed, so what do you think the future holds for Fast? Will it gain traction?
I think it could, especially if they keep refining it and listening to user feedback. There's potential.
Definitely, I'm excited to see how they navigate these challenges. It's a fascinating journey ahead.
For sure, it's like watching a startup evolve. With the right moves, they could really make a mark.
Exactly, and it leaves us with questions about how innovation in programming libraries will keep evolving.